Hello YouTube, it is Champion DJK coming at you again with another video where we're going to take a look at some weird old diecast, because that's just a fun time to do. We've got diecast metal, motor force, plus 10 car pack. So look at this bad boy. I bought this off of eBay on a whim. I don't know why. I think it was because I wanted one casting from it, which I think was this Z casting. I'm still after, which I think that's a Z. I'm still after all 164 scale Datsun, Nissan, Fairlady Zs, first and second generation ones, and kind of third generation ones too, from any weird off-brand and stuff like that. And I'm finding that, and I'll get into this in another video in like extreme detail, more detail, it might have to be a multi-parter. It seems like more diecast companies have made this car than almost any other car. That includes like Camaros and stuff. So it's just interesting. We're gonna, though, that's not what this video is about. This is about this Motor Force 10 pack, which I got for very cheap. And as you can understand, it's been, looks like it's been through the ringer. Possibly through a flood. I don't know. It looks like it might have gotten water damage. It's definitely been crunched. It's been thrown in and out of bins. All that jazz. We do not know what we're going to see in here. Oddly, I mean, this tape is holding up quite well. We're going to go ahead and cut that. And this is going to get opened up. So we got diecast metal, tampo printing. That's cool. Scale model. Okay. It's a scale model. Free rolling wheels. So the wheels roll freely. Collect the whole series. Non-toxic paints. Ages 3 and up. Made in China. SM50 8574. So there you have it. No indication on what year it was made. It was probably sold at some bargain store at some time, according to the old school price tag when they used to have to put stickers on things before they put barcodes on stuff, it looks like, because there is no barcode on this either. So no UPC, no Universal Product Code. I think that's what that stands for, right? I'm in retail, I don't even know that. Completely dusty and dirty on the inside of this package, which we did expect. Bright colors. Cardboard looks kind of cool. Weird little symbol in the back there of some sort of horse-like creature with 3 evergreen trees in a circle. Kind of a neat logo. I'll argue that. Maybe. The horse does not look very scale accurate. And likely these cars aren't going to be super scale accurate either. Okay, so Motor Force. We're just going to go kind of in order from left to right, bottom to top. I think these are made by Summer Toys or something like that. I think just based on the wheels and stuff. We're going to start with a 57 Chevy. These are going to be a candidate for some of the worst diecast cars ever created. And we already had one video like that and actually did quite well. This may be a part 2. That video was like older Ertl cars. I think they were Ertls. What were they? Were they Ertls? See, I don't even remember now. They were bad. They were real bad. They were like cheap Ertl ones. These are cheaper one. No, they were Valvoline. It was like a Valvoline pack. That's what it was. I don't think it was made by the same company, but these are just as bad, I would argue. Probably going to be anyway. You got a casting line right there. The paint looks very horrible quality. And I mean, it's rough, right? It's been around. This thing's been sitting around forever. There's our tampo printing. A little scratched up. 57 Chev. Pretty sure that's what this is depicting. Free rolling wheels, maybe, not quite. Kinda. There you go. Plastic base, of course. Very tinny feeling metal body. Some sort of code on the bottom that is S8505, which is not the code of this, so that's probably a tooling number of some sort. And yeah. Kind of wants to have suspension, but I'm afraid I'm going to break it. So there you go. And there's that one. Number 85 and 80, was it? 8505 is the tooling number. Kind of interesting there. I wonder if these came out in 1985. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Followed by number 3 here. This is a T-Bird and with a weird front end. I think that's what this is, right? Yeah, this one's actually got an interior. This one doesn't appear to have seats in there, and it definitely does not. Okay, this one's got an interior, which is actually just seats that are part of the base. Still plastic. This thing sort of wants to roll. It does have free rolling tires, sort of. Made in China, as all these are going to be. This one doesn't have a tooling number thing on the bottom. No copyright date or anything on the year, and there's nothing indicating that these are actual cars, by the way, anywhere on the packaging. So it looks like licensing was not a thing here. So, you know, if we're thinking about it for stuff that's coming out of China, maybe necessarily, nothing really has changed, right? Except for this was probably sold in the U.S., and licensing wasn't as big of a deal back then. So there's that. Even Hot Wheels, okay, Hot Wheels back in the day, there's a lot of them that were not licensed. That's why you had the Race Bait 308, etc., etc. Split window Corvette, number 52 on this one, and Tiger, for whatever reason, we've got Tiger on there. Again, see, like, the front end, really not looking quite Corvette accurate, and neither is the rear end. It is blank. The stance of the car is not exactly the most fantastic thing either, but there you go. It is a Corvette. This one is 8506. Kind of wants to roll. This is a very smooth surface, so it's gotta really want to roll. So there's no grip here. It's just gonna slide like it's on ice, kind of. No way to sit down in this car. So pretty bad, right? Not great. Does it have some charm? I guess it has some charm. What is this supposed to be? See, this is the fun of this pack. We're going to come up with some cars that I'm not exactly even sure what they are supposed to be, and then you guys in the comments section will tell me. I feel like I should know what this is. I feel like it's like a... I want to say it's... I don't want to say anything, really, because it's going to embarrass myself, but we know it's made in China. I could tell you that. It looks European. It's got a bent D pillar, right? A, B, C, D, what that would we would call that. Bent hatch, number 1 on the top with checkered flags. So checkered flags mean it is racing. And what is this? It's a 4-door with 2 seats, no back seats. So you're not sitting back there. What is it? Somebody let me know what that is. Is that a, I want to say it's like a, I want to say either a Maserati or a, and I'm going to be totally wrong, or like an Alpha or something. I'm not really sure. That silhouette looks somewhat familiar, but again, without these being licensed and really not scale models. Yeah, sure. This is supposed to be like a Porsche, right? 676 on the base of this one, made in China. Like a Porsche race car, I think. Maybe. Something along the lines of that. We get a number 12 on there. It's got seats. An accurate number of seats for how many people could possibly sit in the car. Bad flashing issues. Just not good. People are like, oh, the diecast of today, that's $1. It's just worse quality and there's less metal and more plastic. Oh my God. Oh. But really? I mean, this is what you had to deal with for cheap cars back then, or back whenever these came out, which I'm just going to guess 80s. And that's a guess. It could be early 90s even. I have no idea. But yeah, I get it. The old school red lines are cool. Some of the old Matchbox stuff is super cool. It's like quality, whatever. But a lot of the other crap, it's like this, okay? Which it's got its own charm. Okay? Got its own charm. I get it. But yeah. I think we got another, I don't know what this is. This almost looks like a Chrysler of some sort, but I think it's, oh, is it a Volvo? I mean, the grill, I think, might tell you Volvo-ish. Maybe. Could be. Or is it an alpha? I don't know. This silhouette looks somewhat familiar as well. Made in China. Again, this is a quiz. What car is it? Easily identifiable for me. Easily identifiable. I think I know what that is. These two, I'm leaning towards these are actually European cars. I think both of them are. I want to say that's like an Alfa Romeo, something with a four-door. I think like, maybe it's not, and maybe I'm off. Maybe it is just a Volvo. I'm not sure, but I thought TLV, Tomica Limited Vintage, made something like this. This is another one where we got 4 doors, but only 2 seats. So they didn't want to put the extra money into the plastic for the base to get the other seats, and totally understand you got to cut costs where you got to cut costs. All right, next is, okay, this is clearly a Ford GT40, so that's really cool. We got a horse head, or a knight, basically, from a chessboard, tampoed on there, with some graphics, and the overall silhouette of this car, I think they didn't do that terrible a job. Needs to be lowered by quite a bit. And it's still got these ugly, ugly, ugly free-rolling wheels. And 89.27 we got on there. Rolls. This might be the best one of the bunch so far, is the GT40. Only 2 seats in this one. No engine in this, though. Sorry. It's not going to really go anywhere. But, you know, we can imagine, right? And then, oh, I know what this one is. I know what this one is. We got a Ferrari. This is a Ferrari Race Bait 308, right? Again, made in China. Good D, backwards D, S-T-E. Good. Is there supposed to be a T in front of there? Say good taste. Good aced. Good iced. Maybe. I don't know. Again, 2 seats and all of that. And all right, so it's kind of neat. We recognize the car anyway, and I guess that's half the battle when you're dealing with this stuff. So pretty neat. These two are probably the 2 coolest ones for sure. And then we've got the, I think this is a 280ZX, I think. And judging by kind of the front end look and the way that the headlights are, I think that's what it is. But again, this is not really accurate by any means at all. And it's very, very ugly version of this car. And it's huge. And it looks like, you know, little kid, 5-year-old or something, tried to draw the car, and this is what it looks like. The wheels aren't even, like, straight in the middle of the wheel arches. Yeah, it's blobby looking, and, yeah, it looks like a drawing of the car. I mean, this is quite bad. All right, and then last up, we've got, oh, this is clearly a BMW. So this is like the 3.0 CSL, right? But look at that. Look at that. Look at that grill. Yeah, man, they really just mailed in all these designs. And I guess, like I said, they're not licensed. You know, basically some kid carved them out of wood or something to make the tooling. And talented as they may have been, not a great representation of the actual vehicles. But again, these are cool to get. It's a little bit of diecast history. So this Motor Force set, do I think it was cool that I bought it? Yeah, kind of. It was fun for a video. And maybe this video will perform well. I have no idea. But are these the worst diecast cars that we've shown on the channel? Are these the worst? I don't know. Are they worse than those other ones? I don't think they quite are. I think they're about on par with those other ones that we showed. The GT40, I mean, at least the paint color is really cool. And then this is pretty, I mean, it looks okay. So you got some cool, like, iconic cars in here. Like these 3 right here are pretty nifty. And then I guess this one's kind of nifty too, but you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. All right, thank you guys very much for watching. This will be in the vintage, older, secondhand, whatever playlist, which is kind of a cool one with a bunch of weird, odd, old stuff, and some just old stuff, but some weird, odd, and old, all three. But you should definitely check that playlist out if you haven't. That's a fun one. So check that out. You know, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you, and have a good day.